Hey, what's up, YouTubers? This is John Rambo. I thought I'd talk today about my mission there last week down to Moorhead, North Carolina, and kind of what we saw, what was going on, that kind of the aftermath, I guess you'd call it. So the way this all came about, some people in my church, about 2 years ago, I went up to West Virginia with some relief supplies. I took donations. I put out videos on Facebook to gather donations. Parts of West Virginia had flooded, and so I went to a local Walmart with my niece and nephews and some other volunteers and took up donations to go to West Virginia. I had 2 truck beds full of water and a trailer full of supplies to go up there. At these disaster areas, they always have, collection points. So up in West Virginia, we took it and dropped it off at the collection point. I didn't go see a lot. I just went up there for the day to drop the stuff off. I know, in them areas, I was told that they were only letting residents in to keep from, people from looting and stealing stuff, outsiders. So I didn't go into the area up in West Virginia. It was a place called Raynell, if you've ever heard of it. We actually had to cross the New River Gorge Bridge, and I got thinking about it, where it flooded out and everything, that these areas don't need a lot of sightseers. I'm sure, it's hard for the people who live there every day to see people riding through like a bunch of tourists, but which is probably kind of what we look like down there in Moorhead, but I'll get on that in a few minutes. So anyway, 2 years ago I went to West Virginia and I also had $1,400 worth of donations I give to the coordinator up there in West Virginia when I dropped off the stuff. But anyway, I wanted to go to Texas last year, but if I went to Texas, I wanted to either have a box truck or a tractor trailer. I do have a Class A CDL, so. But anyway, the Texas mission didn't happen last year when it flooded. I had a hurricane, but the way this mission to Moorhead came about, people with the church, because they knew I'd done the West Virginia mission. Kind of, I was pretty much the coordinator of it with just a little bit of help for that one. But a couple people at church come up to me like, "Hey, if you go down to Moorhead, I want to go with you." And my brother-in-law, he's big in the church too. He said the same thing, and so we got to talking, and we put out some videos on Facebook. We gathered most all of our donations, just by Facebook this time. I didn't go to Walmart or nothing. The Red Cross, our church was also a shelter, and the Red Cross set up a shelter at our church. And they heard about us planning to go to North Carolina, and they sent a bunch of blankets and personal hygiene kits. So what we were planning on doing was going down there. We had a group of 12 people, and we wanted to take our chainsaws and go down there and help as many as we could. And for 2 days, and our pastor, he got a hold of some people, and my brother-in-law got a hold of some people. I kind of took a back seat on this mission, other than working and driving my truck down there and all. But I took up some of the donations. But the reason we went to Moorhead was, Moorhead is in between Wilmington and New Bern. I know y'all heard that on the news, but the reason we decided to go there was there's a couple people that used to belong to our church had moved down there, and they wanted to go help that guy and his wife, So we went down there and got in touch with their church. They put us up. They paid for all our food. We wasn't sure what we were going to run into as far as gas shortages or whatever. So our plan was to get fuel when it was about an hour away. You know, stop, get fuel before we got into the disaster zone, just in case we couldn't. I think in Moorhead, a lot of the electricity had already been restored. A lot of the businesses were back to normal, kind of. What we did see, I'm sure there was some flooding I didn't see, but there was a lot of trees down in yards. You know, some went through house roofs. They said that, I don't remember, I think it was 35 families or 35 people in that church had completely lost their home. I can't remember exactly which it was. I believe they said 35 people had completely lost their home. It was one woman that I know of that was living there on church property. It was a really big church. They said it was like the second or third time she'd completely lost her home, but she's grateful to be alive, and you know. So we took cots, we took our own food, but just in case, we didn't know what we were running into. But the church actually provided all our food for us, and also a place to sleep. So while we were down there, we had they got us up a list of addresses, and you know, to go to help clean up. I guess it's mostly elderly people or whatever. Just church. I think it was mostly church members, and we cut up some trees, brush, drug it out to the edge of the road. I reckon you take it out to the edge of the road, and the county or state, you know, comes and picks it up. They had 4 or 5. They'd set up 4 or 5 solid waste points, you know, for all the debris, the trees, trash, whatever, sheetrock. Another thing, when we were starting to get up, you know, our collection, we got plenty of water. You know, what people was asking for the most down there was bug spray, bug killers, and tarps, you know. So the shingles, when the shingles blow off the roof, they was tarping them until they could get a roofer in there to repair the roofs. And doing so, you know, when the shingles blew off, the rain, you know, the roofs leaked and it ruined sheetrock and rooms, stuff like that. So a lot of damage like that. But yeah, there was lots of trees down. You know, if you got any questions, I kind of want to do a live chat about this. I don't know, I may later on, you know, I can interact, talk with somebody. But I put in a little bit of video footage of some of the stuff we've seen, and the slideshow at the end of this video for you to watch. This is John Rambo. Thought I'd share that with you, and I'm out.
Person may not bother the other one at all, and said we all had cancer cells in our body. It takes something to activate it. It takes something to get it going. Once it got going, she went on a hike. Asbestos. Yeah. That could be. How do I know what it was?
I bet he would have you breathing it. He would have you check. And if you
Just tell him, go back and check your records. You believe it could have been where you breathed that asbestos?
Yes, sir.
I always thought that's an aptly named town.
Oh, aptly named town.
Hillsville, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna grab this Let me grab his top side. Well, ain't getting nothing but the tarp. Hey, we need to keep that or the carpet. I might keep the carpet. I don't know. We get rid of the carpet. Whoa.
Now you get down here where it's really hit. Look, that ripped that tin off that roof. It tore it like a saw. We'll haul one can. That's it. They burned it back there. I seen the smoke roll.
I was going to say,
right here.
Is there a closer collection point?
Or whoever it is. 1.7 miles ago. No, that's where the mosquitoes is. Ooh, and that's one right there. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what's gonna bring them in.
Trash.
Yeah, where that water's standing. Anywhere you see that water standing, boy. We need to do a little work around the church. Get that.
I'll jump up on there and cut that. Hey, Dissy, watch out.
Side of the river, rolls the snake, nothing can traverse its way. No one knows what could have caused such a fever.